No matter what I do, oh, all I can think about are blue, oh, and purple candles VWAP too, oh, market Cipher looking good, oh, no matter what I do, oh, all I can think about are blue, and purple candles VWAP too. I never heard of Fu Manchu, oh, oh.
All right, y'all. Well, we are live on this beautiful Sunday. Blessings to everybody. Got the Pikachu hat. All right. The crooked glasses. Bringing it back old school, guys, with the old intro music. Shout out to all the old school people in here who remember that intro song from back in 2022. Maybe even 2021. Yeah, blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And yeah, so We're going to be talking about Bitcoin. I also want to focus a little bit on altcoins today because, guys, Bitcoin is doing nothing, nada. It's not doing anything. All right, shout out to Crypto Tom in the chat. All right, a huge shout out to our sponsors. First of all, MEXC, the best deal on fees in the world. 0% limit order fees, 0.01 take order fees. Literally, you could scalp the 5-second time frame on MEXC with these fees and be profitable. I've done it myself. Shout out to ZoomX. ZoomX, another exchange I trade on. Okay, links in the description. And also shout out to BingX, another exchange that I also trade on and am currently trading on. Also, guys, we are having a special discount on the trading courses, a 60% discount right now on the Intro to Crypto Trading program. 60% off, 60% off, 60% off on the mini scalping course. And also we're having a 40% discount on White Phoenix's smart money approach to trading. The links to these guys are in the description of this video. Also, guys, if you want to join the Casper crew, you can click the link to join the VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com. jasoncaspertrading.com is also where you can find these courses. Casper Crew is where we give our juicy trade setups in advance. We do multiple live streams every single day going through the live price action. Plus, we have a whole beginner's course in there. It's a great place to be. If you're not part of the Casper Crew, what are you doing with your life, man? All right, just kidding. All right, shout out to everyone in chat. Does MEXC need a VPN? I don't even know, actually. But I would say this. You always need a VPN, no matter what. If you're on the internet, you should always have a VPN, no matter what, okay? All right. Shout out to Dave Roy. He says, balling with that dope ass hat. Man, this is a classic, all right? This is a classic Jason Casper attire right here, guys, okay? This is classic, all right? We're bringing it back for the Sunday stream, baby. We're bringing it back for the Sunday stream. Shout out to Jermil John Sagoon. Gotta catch them profits with the Pikachu cat, baby. Shout out to Pa Trick. He says, thanks for the blessing. Blessings to everybody. Yeah, I do not take myself very seriously. I do take my walk with the Lord very seriously. And I do pray everybody watching is blessed, even if you have a different perspective or view on spirituality than I do, all right? Where's the plunger? Plunger is right here, okay? Plunger on the face, Pikachu on the hat, glasses crooked, Marcus Cipher on the shirt, baby. This is how we roll in the Casper crew, all right? The most professional trading YouTube group out there, all right? I bet you somebody is clipping this right now, making a hit piece on your boy, all right? This is how we roll, man. This is how I live my life, all right? Shout out to All Star Auto Group Incorporated. He says, do you hold MX for airdrops? I hold MX tokens because you get better fees. Well, you did for a while there. But yeah, I do hold MX token. Shout out to Big Jim's Wiener Dogs. Shout out to Karen Armfight. Says, blessings as well. Blessings right back at you. Shout out to MN Fresh Start. God bless you. Shout out to Nick G. Shout out to Ginger Ninja. Yes, to MEXC. I guess you do need a VPN. You should always use a VPN. Alright, I'll tell you this. You should always use a VPN. I guess my VPN is turned off. So a lot of times you'll see things like what you see right here. You are in a restricted region and will be prohibited from our services. I mean, so look. I'm technically still using the services, but you should always use a VPN, all right? You should always use a VPN. Shout out to Larry Lamb. Can we take a look at CLV? Yeah, I'll make a note of the CLV, and we'll definitely take a look at CLV for Larry Lamb with the super chat coming in with the $2 super chat. God bless you, Larry Lamb. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to address Bitcoin a little bit quickly, because here's the thing, guys. All right, I don't know if you remember, but, man, I was feeling bullish, making a fool out of myself, okay, Thursday and Friday here. I was feeling bullish as Bitcoin got this bounce here, and then on Friday, I was bullish all in this area, saying market Cipher B looks like we're going to get a move to the upside. It's looking like we're going to get a move to the upside. We saw big players absorbing shorts at those lows. We saw bullish divergences on multiple time frames on these lows. And what do you know, guys? What do you know? We have gotten from that low that we put in on Friday night a 2.7% move to the upside, which these days, guys, in this range is actually pretty good for Bitcoin. So we're going to be talking about, shout out to callsign Avax. He wants to look at ICP. Thanks so much for the super chat. Yeah, we're going to look at ICP. We're going to look at some alts. Jasmy's pumping. I mean, the alts are printing right now. Okay, the alts are printing right now. So look, I'm still in the long trade from Friday, guys. All right, I have not closed it out. And, you know, it's still kind of open. And obviously, I'm still also in the short trade from last Monday as well, guys. So I'm in multiple longs and multiple shorts on Bitcoin. Just a little disclaimer, guys, okay? My YouTube titles are not signals, okay? There's people out there who think my titles are signals, and they're not, okay? They're kind of just... My titles are essentially just sarcasm. I'm just trolling the space. I'm trolling the YouTube space, all right? With the titles. Sensationalism for the heck of it. I'm usually always long and short. I'm not telling people what to do with the dang titles. So if you're trading based off YouTube titles, you should rethink your strategy. But I will say this. I'm actually thinking about doing a series of videos where I actually do trade YouTube titles or thumbnails with good risk management and just see, am I profitable? Just a 2-to-1 risk reward trade based on thumbnails of YouTubers, just to see if I'm profitable. If you think that's a good idea, pop a 1 in the chat. Alright? If you think that's a good idea, pop a 1 in the chat. I think that'd actually be a pretty cool experiment to see, like, could you be profitable trading YouTube thumbnails? I bet you could if you use good risk management. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin. Not much has changed. And then we'll get into some other stuff, all right? Because these altcoins are actually where I think it's going to be at. Because honestly, I feel like Bitcoin had its chance to dump, and she hasn't been taking that dump, all right? Maybe Bitcoin's constipated. I don't know. Let's pop on over to... A lot of people want to see that series. That'd be pretty cool, right? Yeah, we're going to take a look at ICP. All right, let's check this out. The Bitcoin price. What is going on? We are still trading in this range. Okay, we are still trading in this sideways range, and as it stands right now, there's no reason to get overly bullish or overly bearish, because all we have simply done was we have taken out the highs for the short trade. All right, this is the short trade setup that we gave in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord on either Monday or Wednesday's live stream. I think it was Wednesday's live stream. We gave this short setup from the high, still in the short, and then we came down and we took that low, which is, you know, of course, the juicy long trade as well. And guys, if anyone new is just joining the stream, we have a 60% discount going on right now on trading courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. There's more info on that in the description of this video. So now that we are back inside of this range, essentially, there are two major areas that we need to be aware of for the Bitcoin price as it pertains to trading this coming week. All right. First of all, we have this area just below this daily order block, right around $50,000. This is going to be our next area of support. In fact, this is the only support that we have along the way up, right? We formed this little bull flag over here, this bull pennant. For a few days, Bitcoin did absolutely nothing, right? But then you can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue days in a row. Then we had a little purple doji on the 13th of February. And then we got another big pump. So that left behind this daily order block right here. And so this is going to be our area of support. If the Bitcoin price loses this only support that we have, it could be a very fast move back down to around that $43,000 level, because $43,000, this is the bull flag that we had here, right? So you don't have to be a rocket scientist, all right? You don't have to be an expert or a virologist, all right? you know, to see that this move to the upside, the only support we have is going to be that 4950K and then that $43,000 level, okay? And honestly, if this support does not hold, you know, we have to understand it would actually be a healthy retest. It would be a pretty healthy retest to come back down to this area, right? It would be a healthy retest. So yeah, that's really what I'm looking at. And then to the upside, what do we have? Well, we have the macro range value area high, all right, which is right over here. If we take all the volume that Bitcoin traded going all the way back to the beginning of 2021, that's going to take us around $55,000. Okay, so the three major levels we've got here are going to be 55K, 50K, 47.3 obviously is important, but if we lose that, 43K. And so really, as a trader, as somebody who's coming to these charts, and let's say you're not in a trade right now, right? You're not in any trades right now, and you're waiting for your next big Bitcoin trade. One of these four levels that I have on the chart, these are the areas where I am interested in actually opening up a significantly large position on Bitcoin to hold for more than just a day trade, right? These are areas I'd actually be looking for trades to hold for a week or multiple weeks on Bitcoin. These four levels, all right? Go ahead and screenshot them. These are going to be the key levels, y'all. These are going to be the key levels for Bitcoin. Now, am I bullish or bearish? I will say this. On the daily time frame, I am still going to say that it looks to me like we could get another push to the upside based on how the VWAP is curving up. On the 8-hour time frame, we have confirmed a hidden bullish divergence. Price has made a higher low, and the momentum has made a lower low. This is a hidden bullish divergence. On the 4-hour time frame, we also see hidden bullish divergence. And on the 1-hour time frame, the only reason I'm taking these bullish divergence seriously is because if we go to the 1-hour time frame, what have we seen all throughout this section here? We have seen bullish divergences ever since Bitcoin made this low right here. Which happened on Wednesday, which is why I've been bullish since Wednesday, making a dang fool out of myself. And I still might be making a fool out of myself. I mean, I don't know. I try to never make a fool out of myself. I take myself very seriously, and I hope that nobody ever perceives me as, like, being a fool or anything like that, okay? But here's the thing. As we're seeing these hidden divergences form on some of these medium higher time frames, we are also seeing regular divergences on the 1-hour time frame, and the money flow is crossing into the blue. And so for this reason, I'm still in the long trades, okay, that I've been in all week, and I don't look to close them unless we take out the lows of this range, right? I mean, I'm just being totally real, honest, showing you guys the trades, okay? I got my stop underneath the low. This thing almost got stopped out, guys. It literally almost got stopped out because I'm pretty sure MEXC, yeah, MEXC made a lower low here. Man, praise God, I have to say, praise God that this trade did not get stopped out. You know, I was in 2 longs on Friday. One of them did get stopped out. This one did not, okay? That other long trade I was in, it did get stopped out. Okay, so I did end up taking a bit of a loss on that day, okay? So still up for the month. A large amount of profits. But yeah, that basically that day did get that stop loss. I did end up with a loss for the day on the daily P&L. So all right. So that's pretty much what we got going on with Bitcoin now. I have to say, I'm still leaning more toward we get another push up. All right, I'm still leaning more toward we get another push up here. But I recognize the fact that based on the 4-hour time frame, this high right here could have been a significant high. One of the reasons why I'm still saying potentially we see another push up here is because if we go back to the chart, we can see that the major level of resistance is still above us. right? The major level of resistance is still above us. So when we took this short here, right, this was the big move. Like when we take a look at all this price action, the big move didn't come until 48K. Why was 48K so significant? It's because 48K, that was the macro Fibonacci golden pocket, right? So that was the macro Fibonacci golden pocket, and this is something that we had been warning about, right? Live, you know, I told people I was looking to short that level because even though people were getting bearish in this entire zone, I was saying, look, it makes more sense that we get another push up to the actual level of resistance. Makes more sense that we get the push up to the actual level of resistance than that we don't. And so for me, potentially the same thing holds true where we are at right now. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we cannot get another little move on Bitcoin here. Now, as we are watching this price action unfold, right, we have to kind of understand what has happened here. I mean, really, we made ourselves on most exchanges here. We're holding these lows, and so right now, after this little move to the upside, I'm very interested in seeing if either we can hold where we're at right now at 51.3. 51.3 is very important, or at the very least, the golden pocket zone at 51K. Those are really the two areas I'm saying I hope we bounce from. But I will be honest with you, the real level that we need to reclaim and hold above right now is going to be 52K. 52K is the real level for Bitcoin that we need to claim and hold above. Right? We had these highs. We had this little rejection, which happened back a few days ago. Actually, while I was live, it happened. And so unless we can hold above that level, then, yeah, I'd say that just based on the market structure, it doesn't look nice when we're making highs, lows, lower highs, slightly lower low, at least on MEXC, lower highs, right? That does not look very good, okay? So other than that, we've got our 4 levels on Bitcoin that we need to be aware of. A huge shout out to everybody in the chat. We got some super chats out here. All right, we got 24 minutes deep into the stream. Guys, if we can get 1,000 likes in the next 6 minutes, we'll be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right, 1,000 USDT. Shout out to my super chats. We're going to be taking a look at these assets that we got here. A huge shout out to my man, All-Star Auto Group Incorporated. Yes, I do hold MEXC, my friend. Huge shout out to Larry Lamb. We'll take a look at CLV. Huge shout out to Callsign RX. ICP, yes, let's take a look. I'm bullish on ICP for the cycle. Shout out to JGD. He says, do you take a Sabbath from trading? Also, what protein powder to use? Yes, I do not trade on the Sabbath. And also, I also use right now. I'm just using dehydrated bone broth, beef and chicken bone broth. Those are the only 2 proteins I use for my protein powder, and I don't use them too much. I only use them if I didn't have a chance to eat a lot of protein that day. But typically, it's quite easy to get protein just through eating eggs and meat and dairy, which I eat a lot of. So, all right, let's check out some of these assets, guys. I do feel, given the context of Bitcoin not really doing anything, that we are going to see altcoins start to pump. ETH, obviously, is getting the pump, and ETH typically leads the way for other altcoins to start to get a pump, right? So, and by the way, if anyone is joining the stream, we have a 60% discount right now on the trading courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. The scalping course, which only costs $75 when its regular price, 60% off. Intro to trading program, 60% off. As well as the White Phoenix course, 40% off right now. In the description of this video, we've got the coupon codes. All right, so let's take a look right now at Ethereum. ETH, I feel, looks bullish, okay? So, let's check it out. All right? Let's check it out. ETH has come up, and this green line that you see on your screen right here is the 0.5 Fibonacci level. It's very, very significant. Let's zoom out and just understand where we've come from. We had basically an ascending triangle. We've broken out of the ascending triangle. The ascending triangle, the resistance of this ascending triangle is also the value area low of the previous bull market range. So this entire triangle, we've been saying, if we break out above this level, the probabilities are more so that we will make our way up to a $3,500 Ethereum. Now, we have indeed come back inside the low value area. We're above the highest volume node of the range, which means most of the volume is below us. And not only are we above the high volume node of the range, but look at what happened at the high volume node of the range. All right, let's just hide this this trend line for a second here. Let's just hide it for a second here. Notice what happened at this white line, $2,300 Ethereum. Something extremely significant, which Bitcoin did not really do, which is we consolidated perfectly with this area being our high volume node right here. This to me is a very bullish sign for ETH, because if this is going to be bearish, you would expect that from this area we would start to then change market structure and come back down into the range. But no, not only did we reclaim this level, but the market proved to us for literally, I mean, how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, guys. All right, 63 days. 63 days. The market proved to us that this is a level that does not want to be lost. The market wants to trade ETH above this level for 6 weeks. And now we're above the 0.5 Fibonacci level, a very significant level. And if we go down to the daily time frame, we can see that we came up to it. We got a little bit of a rejection, and then we got a reclaim and a retest, and now we're continuing to make higher highs. And so for this reason, the next level of resistance that we're going to get sucked up to, like those things at the bank when you were a kid, and they would give you a lollipop at the bank, you know, the vacuum cleaner things that shoot up, your mom would write a check or whatever she did. We don't know. We still don't know, because we only use crypto. We don't know how to write a check. We only use crypto, only Bitcoin for everything, right? We don't use fiat for anything. We never write checks anymore, right? Wrong. But I like to pretend like maybe that's going to be true someday, but it won't be. But here's the thing. Our next level that we're going to get bank sucked up to is going to be right here, the Fibonacci golden pocket, confluence with that value area high of the range. And so we're talking another, from where we're at right now, let's see what percent we're moving up. That's another 12%. That is not very crazy to think that we see another 12% move. And now, as long as Bitcoin is going to hold $47,300, Bitcoin, especially if Bitcoin holds 50K, 49-ish, right? If Bitcoin can hold these levels, then we are going to see alts absolutely pump. So for me, Ethereum is looking bullish, all right? I do not think Bitcoin is looking, I'm sorry, for me, Ethereum is looking bullish. I do not think Ethereum is looking bearish here. All right. So let's check out now some of the assets that we're going to take a look at here. Shout out to my man with the super chat, Solvent. Can we look at FET and INJ? Yeah, we could look at FET and we could look at INJ. All right. Now, why not the advanced course? We might get a coupon on the advanced course tomorrow. All right. I got to talk to my team, all right? Got to talk to my team. I got to get some green lights. I can't just give a discount without talking to everybody involved. So, the first asset, man, look at this. Look at this price action, guys. I mean, ETH is looking so dang bullish. Bitcoin, honestly, I feel like you could still maintain a bullish case for Bitcoin. All right, so our first thing, CLV. Let's check out CLV. All right, let's check out CLV USDT on Binance. We'll start on the weekly time frame. Man, I would say that this does look quite bullish to me. The reason why is because we had this kind of resistance here. In general, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 taps. We've now broken out. We see a big change in momentum on market Cipher B, right? A big change in momentum, a big overbought wave. We've had a correction, and now we're seeing money flow crossing into the blue. Historically speaking, this is bullish on these altcoins. Yeah, so we've got a breakout and a money flow cross. This looks pretty dang bullish to me. Now, I don't know anything about this asset here. I don't know if it's a Ponzi scheme. I don't know if it's a rug pull. I do not know anything about this, guys. This is not an asset I've traded. It's not an asset I buy. This is not an asset I plan to buy. But we are here doing technical analysis on the chart. All right, that's all we're doing here. We're looking at a chart. Now, let's pull a fib. We have bounced from the golden pocket 786 zone. So we are holding key support. So for me, I'd say based on this, the probabilities are that more upside is definitely possible here. Man, it's looking good. It's looking good to me. I like the daily. I like the money flow on the daily. I like how we could potentially be seeing here, as the money flow is getting lower, we have some of these bullish divergences forming. It looks to me like the money flow wants to do another move to the upside, because if we take a look at what has happened, money flow dipped into the purple a little bit, and now it's starting to come back up. So we know in very bullish trends, money flow dipping into the purple is support, right? Now let's go down to our 4 hour. 4 hour definitely not looking as nice. You know, 4 hour money flow coming down here. 4 hour money flow coming down here. Let's find out where we're at right now. As far as resistances, have we come into resistance? No, we have not come into resistance. All right, so for me, I would say this. Based on what we've got going on right here, we know that we are coming down to the macro Fibonacci golden pocket where we are getting a bounce. And we know that we have a bullish hypothesis here, right? And we have changed now market structure very locally, right? What do I mean? We had our high, our low, our lower high, our lower low. Now we've made a higher high. And so we've changed market structure locally. So what we can do now is we can pull our fib from the low to the high and say, you know what? Let's wait to see if we get a really nice entry by coming back down to backtest this golden pocket locally, confluence with the high volume node of this mini range that we formed here after the first pullback. So for me, I would be watching, because I don't like these bearish divergences on the 4 hour. I would be waiting now and watching for a pullback, come down right to around the 5 cent zone, where we have multiple confluences, a golden pocket, a high volume node, a 786. And from there, this is where I would look for my long entry, right? And I would look to take it up to at least this area here, but preferably a new high. Okay, one more thing, this is one trade setup here. What I would really want to see for this trade setup is I would really want to see market Cipher B on the 4 hour time frame giving us a trigger wave on the 4 hour, a nice deep wave on the 4 hour here that's still higher than these waves that we printed down here. So you still want to see this upward direction on market Cipher for me to take that trade. If we see the 4 hour coming lower, not good. And I would also want to see bullish divergences on the medium time frames, the 1 hour, the 20 minute, the 10 minute. We would want to see very bullish looking divergences. Basically, we want the 20 minute and the 10 minute to look like what the 4 hour looked like at this low, right? To time a higher low, we want to see continuation on the higher time frames, and we want to see divergences on the lower time frames. If we don't see that, then the next level I would be looking at here would be the 786 Fibonacci. Basically, let's come down and stop out everybody from here and bounce from the 786, and then we want to see continued bullish divergence on the 4 hour, right? The nice uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4 hour, right? A juicy left butt cheek, nice and beautiful, juicy, large, in charge, and then a skinny butt cheek on the right. Nice and skinny. You know what I'm talking about? Look at this Look at this pattern right here. The skinnier the right cheek, the better. We want it to be super skinny. Like, you know, like that waitress at the diner. The one who smokes so many cigarettes, and she's like real skinny. She has like veins popping out of her neck, short curly hair. And, she talks like this with the Brooklyn accent. Hey, Dolores, get over here. This guy needs another cup of coffee. Right? You could clearly see here when the price action is coming down to the key support, the point of control of the range, exactly what we're looking for over here. All right, it's coming down to the point of control. Look at the butt cheeks. We got the big juicy left one, the skinny right one over here. That's where the tip money is. Bam, we blast off into the stratosphere. All right, right into the stratosphere, just like the cigarette smoke's going up into the air. All right. Yeah, that would make for a pretty healthy move, honestly. That would make for a pretty healthy move. Well, one of these two. Look, you know, this is the, you know, make sure guys to like the dang stream, okay? Because we're giving you the juiciest uneven butt cheek pattern price trade setups right here for CLV. All right, now we're going to look at ICP. All right, we're going to look at ICP. And so what do I classify really as a bullish divergence, just so we're clear here, is I want to see, as the price comes low to the area we're looking at, right? We want to see market cipher B. We want to see the momentum waves getting higher over time. But we also want to see this purple money flow also getting higher, right? The bullish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, right? As the price is getting lower, we want to see the man boobs getting higher, the money flow getting higher. All right, we want it to look like this, okay? We don't want it to look like this. All right, we want it to look like this. Not like this, okay? But like this, okay? This, we can see he's lost some weight. Okay, we don't see the confirmations, okay? And this guy knows it. This guy's like, bruh, you trying along right here, what is wrong with you? We're looking for this. All right, we're not looking for this. We're not looking for this, okay? So that's what I mean by bullish divergences. How's Bitcoin? Pumping, baby. Exactly, man. Exactly. I'm glad I stayed bullish all weekend, man. Holding true to my guns, baby. All right. Shout out to David F on the treadmill too. What about Zeta? Yeah, we could take a look. We could take a look at Zeta as well. Bitcoin pumping, yo. Let me get a handle. All I want to see is another blue candle. Let's actually check out some order flow charts on Bitcoin here. Yeesh. And man, this is some weak looking order flow. All right. This is some weak looking order flow. Hang on. Look at this, guys. We've got ourselves decrease of OI, bearish CBD divergences, definitely a bearish CBD div right here. Wow. Yeah, it's looking a little weak. Let's see what happens here. It's a weekend, right? We've got no volume right here. Reclaim of VWAP will be bullish. Rejection from VWAP, low toe. Not so good. Not so good. All right. Thoughts on scalp short for VWAP? I think it's a good place to look for a scalp short, absolutely, on a weekend. But man, Bitcoin is getting a little pump. Let's check it out on the 1 second time frame over here. Wow. That's crazy. Let's check it out on the 5 minute. That's crazy, man. Wait, am I on the right screen? No, I'm on the wrong screen. Hang on, let's check it out on the 5 minute. Let's check this out. Let's do a little analysis before we get into ICP. Now, guys, remember, okay, this is a sideways range for sure. All right. So we pretty much just grabbed the liquidity from the low. Now we're back inside the range. Honestly, it would not surprise me if we take the highs and then come back into the range as well. Okay, so we do need to be aware of that. It is a weekend, okay? Let's also pull a fib from high to low. All right, so just above us also, we've got the golden pocket, the 786. Let's pull the volume here. Oh, man, so we're right at the POC of the range. And then our next target is going to be 51,700. Reclaim 51,700 and we could take the highs. Well, again, this is happening on a very decrease of open interest, so not a lot of volume back in this move up right now. Not a lot of volume back in this move up right now. All right. Shout out to Overcome, who was listening to AI generated gent, solid grooves, and gold ambience. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. All right. Let's check out now ICP. A huge shout out to our super chatter, call sign Avax, for his ICP. ICP. USDT. All right, we'll go to the weekly first. Now, just so you guys know, I'm bullish on ICP, like in the long term. I know we've gotten a big pump and a correction here. Not much of a correction, actually. Wow. Very, very, very interesting. So, yeah, look at this. Like, if you're interested in some alts, take a look at the weekly on Market Cipher B. Because once this weekly money flow crosses, man, things are probably going to be good for the next few weeks. All right? This is a very good signal. Money flow crossing on the weekly right around these times. So here's the deal for ICP. We've already gotten a big move up here from the low to high, almost 500%. That's crazy. Just by looking at this, for me, I would really want to see a retest of this value area high. I would want to come below $8.50. For me, that would be just a perfect opportunity to buy this thing. That would be so perfect. Am I saying that we're going to get that? No. But like the way I trade is I like to say, where would I like to take a trade? Because if you can find the places you would like to take a trade and then price happens to get there, you have yourself an amazing setup on your hands. And sometimes it's better to just not even take a trade than take a not so good trade and just like risk capital when there's going to be plenty of high probability setups that you could take. So I would be looking for something like this, to be honest with you. Basically just take those lows of this bull flag and then show that yes, $7.90 that used to be resistance since May 2022 is once again support. And then I would shoot for our next major support resistance flip at 190 bucks. You know, I mean, that's pretty much that's like the all-time highs basically. So we could do it right around here, right around 95 bucks. That's a 1,000% gain. This could be. It really depends on how Bitcoin behaves, guys. I mean, if this time is really different for Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's not going to get a big pullback here, if the pullback already happened, if this was the pullback, guys, we got this pullback, this 20% pullback. If this was the pullback, then we could see things pump, man. Like, I mean, the reason I say that is because every single market cycle, Bitcoin rejects from the golden pocket. And right over here, we rejected from the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? Every single cycle. Like, the first Bitcoin cycle ever, we reject from the golden pocket. It happens every single time. And that rejection, if we take a look here, it literally hit the golden pocket to the dollar, right? Hit the golden pocket to the dollar. That's how we got into the juicy trade. Shout out to the Casper crew taking the juicy trade, the juiciest trade from the exact top. I gave this setup in advance. I took the trade live during the New York Open live stream. All right. By the way, if you want to join the community, JasonCasperTrading.com. Click the link to join the VIP Discord. Also, guys, 60% off these trading courses right now. 60% off my scalping mini course. It's only $75 to begin with. You can get it right now for a 60% discount. Also, the Intro to Crypto Trading program, 60% off. And White Phoenix's course is 40% off. More info on that in the description of this video. Also, guys, a huge shout out to our sponsors, Cipher, my #1 trading indicator, link in the description. Also, a huge shout out to MEXC, best trading fees in the game, literally. You cannot do better than the fees on MEXC. Also, ZoomX, awesome and when it comes to respective levels. And then, of course, BingX, awesome exchange when it comes to not only can you trade crypto on here, but you can trade stocks, forex, indices, commodities, all using your tether as margin. All right, these are my 3 exchanges that I'm currently trading on right now. So let's get back to ICP. If Bitcoin can continue this range, and if our pullback has already happened, yeah, we could very easily see this happen for ICP. You know what I'm saying? We could very easily see this happen to ICP. And that would be nice. That would just be such a nice little support resistance flip. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, look, I feel like we are being set up pretty nicely for some man, I don't know if we're gonna get it or not, guys. I would love to take this and then move up. That's the setup I would like most. That's the setup I would like most. You know, you could already say that we've hit major support here. Let's pull some more fibs on ICP. Let's pull some more fibs up here on ICP. I mean, it's just so perfect, guys. It's so perfect. It's so perfect to come down to this $8.50 zone. It's a zone here, but we have so much confidence. We have the support resistance flip. We have the value area high. We have the golden pocket. We have the liquidity grab. And we're in a massive uptrend. This, to me, on ICP, this is the trade setup I would take. To me, this is worth the risk. Because if we're in an uptrend, this is definitely worth it. All right. Not financial advice, just a Pikachu hat, plunger on the face, crooked glasses, on a treadmill. All right. Let's see what else we're going to look at today. Huge shout out to JT. He says, can we do BAT? Yeah, we could look at BAT. All right, let's take a look at FET and INJ. FET. FET. Fetch AI. Wow, look at this thing. Yeah, Fetch AI pumping like crazy. Yo mama so fet. Yo mama so fet. Alright, let's take a look here. I'm gonna just start by connecting some trend lines here. Let's turn it off log for a second here. Okay, so we've broken out of this thing. We had this kind of slanted cup and handle thing. Man, that is wild. And so the last 3 weeks, this to me looks blow off toppy, right? I'm not saying the top is in, but just the way these candles are happening here. It's going back to March 2021. Man, this is wild. So right here, you can see, once again, guys, the money flow cross on the weekly. The money flow cross on the weekly, that is what is giving us that super juicy signal here. And, wow. Money flow coming out, looking like money flow's holding support even, down at this low. Bullish divergence gave us that last massive pump to the upside. Sheesh. You know, I was sleeping on this thing here. Let's pull a fib, low to high. Man, we never even hit that fib. We never even took that liquidity. Okay, so for me, it's pretty straightforward here. Pretty straightforward. This is going to be our major support, coming in right around here. I can't see because my thing is in the way. Right around 75 cents, give or take. 75 cents to come back down and test these highs. Is also the golden pocket. That is an area that's going to be key support right now. 75 cents is going to be key support number 1. All right, let's go ahead and call this key support. Now let's take a look also at just what's happening here locally. Let's go to the 4-hour. This 4-hour wave here, hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, looking really nice. And now money flow is curving back to the upside. It looks bullish where it's at right now, to be honest with you. Money flow looking real good on the 8-hour. It looks bullish right now. Let's put on our 382 fib. Okay, so here's how I would kind of approach this one, guys. All right, we've made our high. We've made our high. And we've made our low. So if we, this is a very local setup, but it looks good nonetheless. If we happen to do something like this, let's pull a fib. This is not, I'm not saying this is going to happen, guys. This might not, but we're looking for a setup. Because here's the thing, like, if we long right here, we'd have to put our stop loss, 17% below. 17% stop. That's just not, that's not good for me, right? So what would I want to see? I would want to see price reject from this local resistance, come back down into the 382, because if we're going to be looking at this as a giant bull flag on the daily, which we very well can be looking at, bull flags usually test from the 382, right? Bull flags usually get their bounce from the 382. So if this is a bull flag, the 382 is looking real nice. The 382 is coming in at $1.07. All right. I'm sorry. I'm wrong about that. Let's turn this 382 off. The 382 is coming in at 95 cents. So basically 95 to 98 cents. What we would want to see is a bounce from this level. And when we see it, if we see it, we might not come down there. Then the setup happens like this. And we know right where we're putting our stop, under where we bounce from. And now instead of a 17% stop loss, we have ourselves a 5% stop loss. And we can shoot for the high, right? And that is giving us a beautiful 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio. And I would say we probably make a new high, right? So if we take a partial right here, let's say we take half the trade out, we just made 2.5%. We risked 1% to make 2.5%, and then we let it run to make who knows what, right? This is how I would look at this. So this is a local setup here, 95 to 98 cents. If we lose that, a more higher term time frame level, I'd be interested in 75 cents to long Yo Mama So Fetch AI. All right, people say it already topped. All right, if it already topped, then don't long it, right? If you think this thing already topped, then don't long it, okay? Personally for me, I don't buy coins on spot that have pumped like this, but I do leverage trade them because the trend is your friend until the end. So, is the trend over? I don't know. We don't really have bearish divergence on the daily. We don't have bearish divergence on the daily. So, if you're not bullish on this, don't long it, all right? I'm here to do analysis. And if I had to analyze this coin and I had to look for trades, these would be the two I would look for. All right? All right, let's check out Bitcoin again. Let's check out Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin is actually looking pretty good on the 1 hour here. I like the way this trigger wave is forming on the 1 hour. So this short trade I'm in here, I will gladly let this baby get stopped out. I've already made $700 on the trade. I have no reason to care if it gets stopped out. It'll be like a $500 profit. And then, of course, the trades I've been in since Wednesday, guys, still long and strong, baby. Still long and strong up on here, all right? So, unfortunately, I did have some trades get stopped out over the weekend. You saw me. I was $900,000 deep in longs on Friday. I de-risked a little bit, went down to $600,000 during the stream, and then one of my longs got stopped out in profit, and this one did not, right? And honestly, this was a gift from God, I think, because look at this, guys. I was not here when this happened. Look at this. My stop loss was missed. 34 by $1. I'm $1 away from getting stopped out in profit, right? I will get stopped out in profit. If this trade gets stopped out, right, I will lose $1,800. Let's round up to 2K. So if this trade gets stopped out, I make 5K. So sad, so sad. $5,000, right? That's what happened to my other trade that got stopped out. But it would suck so bad if this had gotten stopped out right at my... Can you imagine the pain? I'm sure a lot of you guys, because it happened to my other long trade. I had the stop losses basically at the same spot. Just a little different. But yeah, let's go, baby. All right, what else do we need to look at right now? Let's take a look at our super chatters. Jasmy, yes, of course. M. Craig's 007. We are going to look at Jasmy. Shout out to Chert-O Vermerdo. He says, can you chart Chaps USDT? It's listed on BitGet and other exchanges. No listing on MEXC yet. Yes, we can. All right, let's take a look at BAT. Let's take a look at BAT. The Brave browser token. I'm currently using Brave browser right now. Let's look at BAT. All right, BAT is looking good on the weekly. We got some bold divs on the weekly. Money flow getting higher. It looks like, really, it's going to pump soon, guys. And we've broken the trend line. Let's put it on log scale. Shout out to my man, RJR. Yeah, we could look at Avax, man. I actually hold Avax. All right, so we've gotten a breakout and a retest here. Money flow turning green on the weekly. Above POC. This is looking nice. All right. Our target here is going to be 50 cents. Uh-oh. Whoa. All right. Do we have audio? Sorry, guys. Something weird just happened on my end. I don't know if it happened on your end too, but we're good. All right. Now, just so you guys know, I don't own any BAT. I'm not trading any BAT. I don't even plan to buy BAT. Okay. We're just looking at a chart. And based on this chart, we have a clear support resistance flip. Resistance flipped into support, flipped into resistance, and now we have formed bullish divergences on the weekly. Okay, a falling wedge pattern. We've broken out, we've retested it with the money flow getting thicker. That is a very bullish sign. Our target is going to be back up now at resistance. This is going to be, from where we're at, a 99% gain. So, in my opinion, that's not really worth it compared to some of the other coins that we just looked at, okay? Could we see new highs? Absolutely. And if we see a new high, we're talking a 600% gain. That's kind of nice. Let's pull a fib here, because we have locally changed market structure. Yeah, this is a really nice bounce down here, holding the golden pocket. In general, I personally would never like long here, but I can understand why somebody would, like on spot, because we've broken market structure, we're holding key support, and our target is potentially right now a 2.65 to 1. I mean, honestly, this is I guess we could make it a 3 to 1 risk reward. It's not the best setup in the world, honestly. If we go for the highs, it's still not the best. The only place I would now wait to potentially buy on this thing would be if we do come back down to value area low of range, which is going to be around 18 cents. Okay, 18 cents. We come back down now to make a higher low. That, to me, I would be much more interested in, to make a higher low here. Reason being is because now we're back down to the low of the range, which is support, and we're holding this nice rounded bottom, right? Holding the rounded bottom structure. Sorry about this crazy stop loss stuff on log scale. But yeah, holding that higher low here, that nice rounded bottom after a change in structure, which we have had. This is the weekly time frame, don't forget. So, you know, high, low, lower high, lower low. Now we've just made our first higher high, right? Taking out this last high, lower high. And so we come back down to retest the low of this range. This is the place I would be interested in a buy or a long on this. All right, now I'll be honest with you guys. I don't plan to buy this. I don't plan to long this. I don't plan to buy this. I don't plan to long this. But I am doing analysis on this for my man with the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. If you're bullish on this, cool. You know, I just by looking at this chart, I'd say there's better potential in other assets, right? Hang on, I gotta pick my nose for a second. I'm not picking it, I'm itching it, all right? There's a difference. All right, let's see who else we got in the super chats. All right, Chaps. Shout out to Chert of Dermo. Can we take a look at Chaps USDT? Yeah. Yeah, we can. Wow. Shout out to my man with the super chat. Can we look at Jasmy and Zeta? Yes, I've been wanting to this whole time. Man, what can I say about this thing? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know anything about this. But when did we hit that last peak? March of last year, a year ago? Man, I don't even know what to say about this, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what to say about this. I don't know what to say about this. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about this. I don't see anything good. That looks like a nice setup here. You could say we had some bullish divs down here. And that we bounced from the golden pocket. This might pump. I don't know. The chart doesn't present us with any kind of good setup here, in my opinion. It could pump. I don't know. I don't. Just by looking at this, I don't really see a good setup. All right. All right. Yeah. Let's look at Jasmy. All right, Jasmy, pumping like a wild lady right now. Now, we've looked at Jasmy for a while. I bought Jasmy live on this channel back in December. And I'm currently up 130% on those juicy gains on Jasmy. So, Jasmy, we take a look here. Yeah. Look at this beautiful thing. So we had a resistance, a breakout, and a retest. All right, I bought Jasmy here when we first started to break out of this. I think, right? Back in December. I had this pulled differently. Hang on. How did I have this thing pulled? I think I had it more like this. Yeah, so I bought Jasmy here. The end of December, when I saw we were breaking this trend line. I was in the red for a little, and then boom. All right. Let's go to MEXC. I want to get more data here. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful right there. So we are right now finding resistance at this liquidity zone that we had right here. I shouldn't have deleted all my TA. No, that's not. Where are we finding resistance then? Was it a weekly? I had all my TA on Jasmy. That's now gone. So bear with me, guys. If you've been following the channel, then you know where I had my TA. Maybe it was just these highs, our target of the wedge right here. Yeah, I think that was it. It was the target of these highs, basically. Looking at this from May 2022. May 2022. There we go. There we go. Here's what we were looking at. Okay, we had this trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4 taps. We got the breakout. We got the retest. I bought during this breakout here. Didn't wait for the retest. We came back down for the retest. And now we've come up to hit our target of the wedge. This is a very important level. If you follow any altcoin, the area of resistance that we made in May 2022 is a very important level for all coins. Our next area of resistance for Jasmy is now going to be this weekly order block that we have. We got 2 of them. So I'll mark out all the key levels. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, this is insane. So our next levels I'm looking to hit on Jasmy are going to be 24,880 and then 36,920. We just got a money flow cross on the weekly. So in my opinion, we could definitely see more upside on this thing. And also in my opinion, when we look at this, this is not very bearish looking in the sense that we did close 2 daily candles below, but we have now closed the Saturday candle above, and we're about to close the Sunday candle above this first area of resistance as well. Holding above this area is bullish. We got to move to our next area. Daily is looking nice here. VWAP curving to the upside. Let's go to the 4-hour. Man, the 4 hours looking pretty nice too. We technically have a hidden bullish divergences here. We've got hidden bullish divergences here. Looks like she wants to make another push to the upside. Now, I will say this, guys. Never in a million years would I long or buy Jasmy right now. Never in a million years would I long or buy a coin right now after this pump. In my opinion, we've just had a 200% move to the upside. There's coins that we have looked at already on this stream that have the money flow curving into the green on the weekly that have not yet gotten the pump, okay? This is definitely risky territory. If you're longing or buying here, you have to understand that objectively speaking, you're buying high. You're doing the opposite of what you're supposed to do with any investment, right? This is not ever a time to buy. Never. This was a time to buy, in my opinion. This was a time to buy. All right? The breakout, the retest. Those are times to buy. Resistance after a massive 230% move in a few days is not time to buy. It could be. Here's the thing. It could be. But you're gambling with it, right? So as long as you're cool with that, then you're cool with that. But think of it this way too. Even if we hit our next resistances, we have a 127% move to our next major resistance. You've already missed out on 300% gains, right? So it's not like we can expect this kind of move again. It might, but it's not likely, okay? So let's go down to the 1 hour. Let's take a look here. I'm gonna look at this as a sideways range. And let's go ahead and pull a fib. Low to high. Okay, so guys, here is the deal. If I was gonna look for a buy on Jasmy right now, I'll tell you exactly where it would be from. Right here. Right here. And I would shoot for first this resistance, that's a 6-to-1 risk reward, and then this resistance, that is a 11-to-1 risk reward. Why would I want to see a pullback to here? Well, a number of reasons. Let's break it down. First of all, we've gotten a major pump and then we start to bull flag, right? Or range. So after the big move, you always want to identify the range. We have our range high right here, and I would say that we have our range low right here. We want to be looking for trades at the extremities of these ranges. We want to be looking for longs at the low of the range, shorts at the top of the range. If we come back to the low of the range, what have we done? We have stopped out everybody who thinks they bought the low over the weekend. When you see stop losses get triggered, what does that do? It means there are sell orders in the market and there is liquidity back into the market, because if people are long here, that money is locked up in positions. If that money gets stopped out, that is now available again to buy and sell. Somebody can buy once these get stopped out, right? Because if you want to buy, there needs to be a seller, and a stop loss is a seller. And once those people get stopped out, there's liquidity in the market. There's available asset to buy. We also have a very high volume node here for about a day and 2 hours, so 26 hours. We consolidate here, a lot of volume right here. This level will probably be defended, and it's a Fibonacci golden pocket. So there's 3 confluences down here for this being potentially a nice long setup. Now, there's also confluences for this area being a short setup. I mean, if we come above this area and we are seeing bearish divergences like this across this entire zone, that could be also a valid short setup on this. So for me right now on Jasmy, as a trader and as a holder, because I am holding Jasmy, I am eventually expecting higher prices on this thing. Okay? But when we're talking short term right now, I'd say that the 2 areas, the 2 potential trades that we have right here for Jasmy are going to be these 2. All right. I'd say that these are the 2 potential trades we got. Now, for both of these trades, we don't know where the stop loss is going to go, because the way we would take both of these trades is we would need to get a move above the high and then come back in and close below the high. We don't enter the trade until we lose that level. A confirmed fake out with bearish divergences with the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried boot pattern on market Cipher B. All right? Something like this. We've already got the left man boob there. We want to see the right man boob with the money flow getting lower. And I would target just the lows of this range first, and then we could let it run. Honestly, we're shorting in the middle of a massive pump. So we got to be cautious and we got to make sure that we're not getting wrecked, right? Once you're not wrecked, then you can get greedy, okay? That's my philosophy. Once you're not wrecked, then you can get greedy with it. Once you know you're not going to take a loss, then you can get greedy. And that's the way I trade, okay? Once I know I've made money no matter what, or at least haven't lost money no matter what, then I get greedy. There's no need to get greedy when you're risking capital, all right? So this is a potential short. If this is going to get back everything and we come all the way back down, right, then we let it ride. But a first take profit on this definitely needs to be just a low of the sideways range. Now for the long trade, if we don't make it to that high first, I would actually prefer that we don't take these highs yet. I would prefer we kind of chill around here, lose it, and then get another low. And then same deal. Once we reclaim this level, that triggers the long trade, right? Trigger. Just like all our fat, white, ambiguously gendered college students majoring in trans, non-carbon, binary emission gender studies. Like me back in college. This is a picture of me back in college, right after I got my degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission gender studies. And actually, it was this course where I learned about intersectionality. Intersectionality is where you see multiple things at one level that tell you this is a good place to enter a trade, right? What do we have right down here? We have the golden pocket, we have the high volume node, and we have the liquidity, intersectionality. Three things intersecting in one spot telling us this could be the place to look for the long. Other than that, for Jasmy, guys, if any of these setups don't get hit, I'm not interested in anything. And I would be hodling my spot Jasmy up to some of these higher targets, all right? All right. Man, we got a lot of super chats in here. We got a lot of people up in here. All right, let's check out shout out to Lil Flip Flop, spitting the truth up in here. Where would we be without gender studies? The infrastructure would shut down. I agree. You know, 100%. That's why I got the degree. We got some super chats in here. All right, we got to look at Avax. Then we got to look at GPU node. Let's check out Avax. Let's check out Avax. Now, I do hold Avax quite a bit on spot. Shout out to my wife, Big Butts 28. We bought a lot of Avax back in November 2022. So right around here is when I got in. So I'm in some profit, not too much, honestly. Let's check it out. Yeah, about 300%. That's actually not so bad. Held in drawdown for a little bit there. So this is the weekly time frame here on Avax. This green area is my Avax buy zone, guys. This is my Avax DCA zone. I do believe Avax is going to hit a new high this market cycle. And so for me, this green box is my buy zone. We have not been in the box for quite some time. So I have not gotten any in quite some time. But this is the range. So really, guys, even if we just come back down to $24, to me, that's a good place to start getting in on Avax. We've seen the money flow cross into the blue, which makes me think, guys, the next major trigger wave we get on the weekly, something, if we're gifted with something like this on the weekly, that is going to be the time to buy Avax. Let's pull some fibs, low to high. Yeah, so really we're looking at $24 is a major buy zone. $18 is a major buy zone. And if we are gifted with a move back down to $10, $11, this box is a buy zone for me. There are many points of intersectionality on the chart here at all three of these levels, right? We've got the value area high, we've got the golden pocket, we've got the support resistance flip, and we have the liquidity grab of this low that we made during the week of January 2024. So we basically come down, take the January low into a key support resistance flip. I would buy on spot here. If we lose that, we have the high volume node of the range at $18, confluence with the 786 Fibonacci. And if we lose that, we have a very, very important support. With support once, with support twice, with resistance, higher low breakout. So coming back down to here in the event of some kind of major crypto crash is just an opportunity to buy once again at the lows on Avax. If we take a look more locally, right? If we're looking for leveraged trades or whatever, right? Let's go to the Uno hour. All right, got to practice my Espanol up in here. Man, I'll be honest, like, I'm going to do some analysis here, but I don't really like anything locally on Avax. I don't even like that. Let's see here. Yeah, we could force some trade ideas in here, guys. I mean, we could. Right, we could force some trade ideas in here. It's February 25th. The middle of March. The middle of March. If it takes us a few weeks of chop around here, you know, if we come down to this gold, this 786 zone, confluence with the low of this hypothetical triangle that's forming here, this would be an area I would look for. One tap, two taps, and then get the breakout. Let's see if we rejected from. Yeah, okay, so we rejected from value area high, confluence with the Fibonacci 618. So let's see if we don't get a. I would look for a bounce on this right down here, guys. It's a zone, but between 33.60 and 30.83, it's a pretty big zone, but it needs to be, because that is support. Locally speaking, this green box between the prices of 30.66 and 33.31, that is going to be our local area of support. This is potential bull flag breakout, not bull flag breakout, symmetrical triangle break up. Okay, this is a potential long. The more juicy trade, guys, is something like this. Maybe we do get the long. I honestly, in an ideal world, I would want to see this. Fake out, and then bounce, right? So we continue to trade in the triangle. We come down, we bounce from the lower trend line. We come up, we put in a lower high. We break down, everyone gets real bearish, and then we just simply get a fake out to the downside with bullish divergences into our massive area of intersectionality, and then bam, to the upside. That's what I would like to see in an ideal world. All right, let's check out Bitcoin quick. Yeah, doing nothing, not a zilch, zip. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Black. Shout out to Nikki94 Boo. Shout out to Waleed Yunaz. Shout out to Rahul Grandam. Is there any long trade on Matic? I don't know, man. Maybe we could take a look at Matic. Shout out to John Ploney. Shout out to George Emil and Aaron G holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Waleed, watching all the live streams. Shout out to Crypto LP33. God bless you, man. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. All right, let's see who else we got in the super chats. Can we take a look at GPU node? Yeah, let's take a look at GPU node. All right. Interesting. Shout out to Soul Shaker and Felipe Collin. God bless you. Shout out to Anderson7. Do I think we'll hit 55K? Well, I am in longs with take profits at around that zone. I honestly don't know, man. I don't know. Do I think we'll get a pullback before the halving? Well, go back and watch the last few months of my YouTube channel and you'll see how I was absolutely convinced. And now, I don't know. The halving's coming up pretty quick. It depends on how quick this price action plays out. Like, the way I see it, a move up to 55K next week, or this week, I guess, could give us a big pullback before the halving. That could probably extend into a little bit after the halving, just like we saw 2 cycles ago. But, you know. Alright, so this is the wrong chart. Wrong chart. Alright. The GPU wrapped ETH chart. Right. Now, let me just tell you guys, I don't even know what wrapped ETH is, to be honest with you. I'm not a crypto guy, I'm a trader, so I don't even know what a wrapped ETH is. So just remember that. You're about to listen to a guy talk about something, he doesn't even know what it is. And he's got crooked glasses, a Pikachu hat, a plunger on his face, and he's walking on a treadmill. Okay? So this is not financial advice. I don't know what a wrapped Ethereum is. But I would say this. I have no data on weekly market Cipher B. I have no data on daily market Cipher B. I have a little bit of data on the 4-hour, which looks bullish. This looks bullish. The only potential trade setup I would see here, man, if you're a man, 99% of y'all are men. Let's see. Let's see. Analytics. Audience. Let's see. Male. 95.9% of you guys are male. So, I'm assuming you're a male, man. I'm assuming you're a mailman. Shout out for delivering all that mail. I hope you get to walk, because it's real good cardio. The only opportunity I would see here, man, is a liquidity grab of the lows. Really. That's the only, like, legit setup I see here. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but that's a legit setup, right? I don't even know, can you leverage trade this pair on wrapped ETH, or is this just spot? Like, I don't know. What's a wrapped ETH? What's it wrapped in? Turkey bacon? That sounds yummy. Yeah, I would be looking at something like this, man. Into the golden pocket, basically. Take that liquidity. This, to me, would be buy zone. This would be buy zone. If we're talking on spot, this is buy zone. Anything under that low, coming down to this support resistance flip, I would honestly prefer coming down to that golden pocket, but in case of front run, this box right here, coming back down to this historic support resistance flip. It was resistance twice, now we broke out. So if we get the move back down, that could be where we want to get in. Alright. Alright, shout out to my man. Can we look at Jasmy? We've already looked at Jasmy. So let's look at Zeta. Alright, let's look at Zeta. Shout out to Anthony. What was I watching? It was a video a friend sent me. A very good friend. Alright, now if anyone's just joining the stream now, guys, we have discount 60% off the scalp course, 60% off the intro to crypto trading program, and 40% off White Phoenix Smart Money Approach to Trading. Links in the description. And the coupon code's in the description. This ends March 1st. It's a leap year sale. So it's only good until the end of February. Also, if you want to join the Casper crew where we give the trade setups in advance, we do multiple streams every single day. We have a whole beginner's course in there. We have multiple instructors. Trading stocks, futures, crypto. You could join the VIP Discord right here. Also, a huge shout to our sponsors. A huge shout to MEXC, my favorite exchange, with the lowest fees in the game. If you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins and you're not on MEXC, I don't know what you're doing. Shout out to ZoomX, also one of the sponsors of the channel. my second go-to exchange. And shout out to BingX, where you can trade stocks, forex, commodities, indices, and crypto using Tether as margin. Links to all this stuff in the description. If you want to support the channel without having to do anything except trade, which is what I love doing. All right, let's get back to GPU. Yeah, this is what I'd be looking at here. All right, yeah, let's look at Zeta. Zeta USDT, baby. All right, so would you look at this, guys? Would you look at this, right? Last time we looked at Zeta, we said this was support. What do you know? What do you know? Right in between the golden pocket and the 786 Fibonacci. That's crazy. All right, let's go to the weekly. Overall, I'm bullish on Zeta. Man, that was the opportunity to buy Zeta. And now we're starting to get a move back to the upside. And 4 hour, looking like money flows, finding support, anchor trigger. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go back to our 4 hour. Man. So again, the only opportunity I see right now on Zeta is a buy from this zone right here. But if we change market structure, if we make a higher high above Thursday's high, I wouldn't be looking for that anymore. But yeah, this is a nice level. Let's pull a fib. It is nice, I have to say. All right, so there's two areas. Area number one, we already missed it, all right? You were watching the stream last week. This was the level we gave here. Bam, we hit it, right? So underneath, we have either this support resistance flip, confluence with this liquidity grab, but even juicier, guys, would simply be coming back down to the golden pocket, because the golden pocket is really where we see major confluence. Yeah. The $1.80 zone is where we really see major confluence on this thing. If we get a move down to a $1.80 Zeta, to me, that's a good buy. Not financial advice, but that's a good buy. Because we have broken out. And let's just hypothetical some things here. Man, this looks bullish, doesn't it, guys? This looks bullish right now. I honestly can't imagine that we're going to get a move down after seeing this little chunk here. But let's say we just double top and then we get a move down. We would want to really see this high volume node be hit, right around $1.80. That's a major buy zone for me. A lower time frame buy zone is going to be right around $2. Right around $2. It's a support resistance flip and a liquidity grab. But overall, Zeta, let's go ahead and pull some fib extensions on this to get some targets to the upside. So I'd say our next target is going to be $3.13, and then the one-to-one is going to be $3.80. Man, I would not be surprised if we hit $3.80. So ideally, man, like, this is like a general idea encompassing two buy zones. The unfortunate thing right now is, like, yeah, I'm bullish on this, but this is not worth it for me. This is just not worth it for me. On an altcoin, this is not worth it. The only way I would do this is if I like gambled it with a tight stop. If I gambled it with a tight stop. But objectively speaking, this is like the actual setup we would need to take here. The downside potential, 21%, upside potential, 52%. It's a 2-to-1. It's totally not worth it for me. But this does look very bullish, man. This looks super bullish. I would like to wait into our zone. That's kind of what I would wait for. But are we guaranteed to get it? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Oh, dang. My treadmill just stopped. And so did the music. Oof, awkward. Okay. Let's get this treadmill back up and rolling. I love to walk and trade. I love to walk and trade. Alright, let's see who else we got in the live stream. We got to do some other coins. Some other analysis. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin while we're here. Alright, not doing very much, huh? Alright, shout out to my man, V-Gender Gutam. Take a look at BNB. Yeah, let's take a look at BNB. Binance Coin. Alright, so last time we were looking at Binance Coin, we were saying we would be interested in this, but we never got this. We simply just came down to retest these previous highs. Right? We just came to retest these previous highs. We did not come down to the value area high, but we did get a bounce. Our next area of resistance on Binance Coin is almost $400, and that level actually is, if we go to the 7-day, coming from this high that we made back here in November 2022. So really, yeah, around 400 bucks is our next target on Binance Coin. This thing looks really strong, and it's gonna pump, guys. Bullish on Binance Coin, bullish on all exchange coins. You know, Bybit token, Binance Coin, MEXC coin. All these exchange coins are going to pump because when crypto is bullish, exchanges get more money. So, yeah, money flow crossing on the weekly. So my next two targets for Binance Coin are going to be number one, $300. Number two, $485 at the golden pocket. Generally speaking here, man, this is bullish. This is very bullish. We're above a very high volume node right now, so keep that in mind. $300 was a very, very high volume node. So, yeah, $400 and then $490. 400, then 490. Those are going to be our next targets. Let's go down to the 4-hour here. Look, our areas of support are still generally the same here. As far as the higher term timeframes go, like 350 and below, that's going to be where I would be interested in buying this thing now. Are we going to get that? Who knows? I would assume right now, if I was looking at this chart, because it does look bullish to me, I would expect a little bit more of a push to the upside. I would expect to come up to that next level of resistance around 398 bucks. So let's see if we don't get a move up here, and then we can get a pullback. And once we get that pullback, then we could look for a retest locally, right? If we're going to just continue up, once we see that we're putting in another high, we pull a local fib, we could look for something like this. This is speculative because we don't know what's going to happen, but here's the thing. Right now, I don't really consider this a nice new high right here. Doesn't look like a nice swing high at all. So I would either want to I would either want to put in another high and wait for a pullback, or if we do start to pull back here, Where would I be interested in? I'm definitely not interested in a spot buy on this thing right now. Although, you probably can't go wrong. But for me, I don't buy things randomly on a spot like this. I still have to say, if we do pull back from here, 360 is where I would really be interested. That's a key support resistance flip. All right. Shout out to Wild West Capital. He says, could you take a look at ALF? White Phoenix course is awesome. Shout out to White Phoenix in the chat. Wow, we got a lot of super chats up in here, man. God bless all of you. Thank you. All right. Yeah, we can take a look at ALF. Wow. Well, it's pumping, man. That's my analysis. So yeah, this thing is looking bullish on the daily. We've got this, what looks to be an ascending channel here. Let's actually see what this is doing. No, we've even broken out and retested this trend line. That's pretty bullish. Man, it looks bullish, but I don't really see a good entry on here. You know, let's pull this little wedge volume. So look, I don't know where we're gonna top out, but let's assume like we do top out a little bit higher. If we top out around $4.25, then I would say if we get a pullback, let's look to like fake out this trend line here. This lower trend line. Right? This is the trend line that everyone's looking at. So let's fake it out right into the high volume node, right into the golden pocket. And that would be where I would look on this thing. Are we going to get it? I have no idea, but you know, where else would we? Because if we're to buy here, we'd need a, you know, a 35% stop loss. No thanks. So like, you know, down here we need an 8% stop loss, you know, and then assuming the trend continues higher, we could hit a new high. You know, we're looking at an objectively speaking good setup. But right now we're just pumping, so in my opinion, there's never a trade when we're pumping, unless you're just a gambler. And no hate if you are, but that's not how I trade. All right, shout out to Drew. He says, Arweave. Yeah, let's check out Arweave. Bullish, man. Money flow about to cross on the weekly. Momentum looking real good on the weekly. Breakout and retest of trend line and massive pump. Daily looks like she wants to give us another push to the upside. Money flow curving to the upside. Now the question is, where would we get in on this, you know? It's tough. It's tough when these coins have already pumped, right? Where's the entry? That's the question. So, let's see. Our target of this is going to be right up here. Whoops, hang on. Yeah, $20.56 is actually our target of this breakout of the falling wedge. This is a falling wedge. Yep, so I would expect another move to the upside right here. So that does give us some context. Let's go ahead and pull a fib. You know, unfortunately, guys, like, we already got somewhat of a pullback here. But I would say, like, a level that looks nice to me is $11.09. $11.09. If we get that, that's looking nice to me. We have to think to ourselves right now, you know, is this an asset we want to be getting into right now? You know, if you're already in it, I would be at least holding out some until that $20.56 level. But for me right now, major support is going to be golden pocket, value area high 786, right around $11.09. That would be a really nice back test, right? Are we going to get that? I don't know. So if not, I would be waiting until we get to this level and then kind of see what happens, because here's the thing, at this level we have another opportunity for a breakout and retest, right? Because, you know, in general, like, we don't want to buy high unless high is an area of resistance flip. So like, for example, this trend line, we wouldn't really want to buy here, but we would want to buy here, right? Because we got the breakout and then the retest. So the same can hold true about this level, 25.6, 25.60. You know, something like this could even offer us an opportunity here. You know, once we see that we've retested and we formed a nice bottom, and then we could shoot for, you know, at least 41 bucks. That would be the next level. And then eventually up to $80 would be the level after that. But yeah, so for me, this is like a no trade, no buy zone. I would want to wait for lower. Ideally, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would. I would personally am not looking for longs on this thing. I'm not trading this thing. I'm not holding this thing. But the only two levels I would care about right now are $20.56, $11.09. Hang on, let's change the music a bit here. Starting to get a little dry. Let's put on this music. Huh. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's nice. All right, Phantom. Yeah, let's take a look at Phantom. Shout out to John for the super chat. Shout out to John for the super chat. Yeah, let's take a look at Phantom. Oh man, Bitcoin getting a little pump right now, guys. Shout out to Crypto Cockatoo, female representing the 5%, the 4%. Shout out to Crypto Cockatoo, holding it down for the female demographic up in here. All right, Bitcoin getting a move above POC right now. All right, guys, so in general, FTM, this is my plan. It's not complicated. Buy the green box, shoot for highs. That's it. Buy the green box, shoot for highs. Simple as that, baby. You know? I'd say we're probably going to get a breakout. We haven't gotten it yet. Money flow has curved into the blue already, making me think a breakout is imminent. And so, yeah, the box is the buy zone. It's a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. We're looking at juicy gains here. If we make a new high, we're looking at juicier gains. Shout out to Joe Potter. All right, huge shout out to, I looked at the wrong chart. Turto Vermo. You looked at the wrong chart. I looked at caps, not chaps. Oh, it's chaps. Chaps. C-H-A-P-Z. My bad, man. All right, chaps. Let's take a look at it. Hello, my old chaps. How you doing today, old chaps? Hang on. What's going on here? All right. All right, here we go. Chaps USDT on spot. All right, let's take a look here. So, starting the weekly time frame, we don't have too much going on here. Obviously, we've gotten a big move to the upside in the past 3 weeks. Let's go to the daily time frame. All right. It's looking pretty nice right here in the daily. Money flow getting a nice curve to the upside. No bullish divs. Let's see. Is this log? No, not log. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this thing. I don't have a lot of data on it, but let's assume that it's going to be bullish. We have a breakout and a retest with really bullish looking money flow, which basically means if you're bullish on this thing, we've gotten a breakout and a retest. You know, I would be looking for upside here. This is not a good risk to reward ratio, but if you are looking at this as a bullish breakout and you're bullish on this coin, if I was bullish on this coin, I have no idea what this is. If I was bullish on this coin, I would be buying here. Because we've gotten a breakout of a resistance we've had since November. Since basically this thing got listed, we've broken out of resistance. We see basically bullish divs. Yeah, we do see some bullish divs here, all right? We see some bullish divs, money flow coming to the upside. If I was bullish on this coin, I would take this as a sign to buy because this is a sign of strength. I don't know where my target is on this thing because I have no data. I don't know. I don't even know what this thing is, right? But the chart looks bullish to me. So if I was into this coin, if I was looking to get some of this on spot, this would be a buy trigger for me, right? This is why I bought Jasmy, because we got the breakout of the resistance. So we don't have weekly money flow here. We have daily money flow looking nice. Yeah, this is if I was bullish on this, I would be buying here and DCAing if we get a dump. But this is not financial advice because I don't even know what this thing is. I'll be honest. I don't know what it is. All right, a huge shout out to my man Hayden Mayer. Can we look at Spell? Yeah, we could look at Spell. Money flow looks like she's about to blow. And we got the breakout here. So, like, in a perfect world, we would want to retest on this. In a perfect world, we would want to retest, which we almost got. All right. So, let me just paint a little picture for you. We got a big move. Now we're ranging. We got a high of the range. We've taken the high of the range. We're coming back into the range. Let's take the low of the range into our zone. For me, this would be a nice opportunity, a nice setup right here. Right here, this would be the setup I would look for. We'd want to see bullish divergence on the hourly, which we would see. Money flow thickening, which we would see. This looks absolutely amazing to me as a setup locally. Yeah, support resistance flip, back test of the wedge, of the resistance, I mean. Yeah, that looks good to me. If I was looking for a long on this, I would look for a retest. Now, we might have already gotten the retest, in which case we miss out. All right, but look, I'm not the kind of guy that just randomly longs when we're at the highest that a price is with some bearish divergence on the 1 hour, right? I'm not that guy. You might be that guy, and that's fine. All right, I was that guy once. That guy, he hit a low point in life. You know what I'm saying? I turned into this guy. All right. Back when I used to long tops and short bottoms and gamble, it turned me into this guy. All right. All alone on a bathroom floor. Hadn't shaved in 25 years. Looking like a 12-year-old Amish kid. Sock on the head. Face all bloated. Skin all red. Okay. Strange delusion in the eyes. All right. A slight unibrow. Okay. I was in a real low place because trading will take you to a bad place, right? I went from here, college student majoring in trans non-carbon binary emission gender studies, got my degree, couldn't get a job. $100,000 in debt. Nobody wanted to hire a trans non-carbon binary emission gender study major. So I got into trading, but I had no strategy. I didn't wait for good setups to come to me. I chased price. Eventually, I gambled away everything I had. Didn't have money for the hair dye, the makeup. Ended up looking like this. Okay? Real low place for me, too. And being a major in trans-carbon non-binary emission gender studies, of course, I hated carbon, which meant I hated myself because I was carbon. You know, my diet wasn't too good at this point, so lots of gas, lots of flatulence, just releasing more carbon into the atmosphere. Just a giant piece of carbon, releasing carbon, gambling away all my money. Sock on the head, okay? And that's when I decided I need to start taking this trading thing more seriously. And I started waiting for those good setups to come to me. And that was when everything changed. Alright, that was when everything changed. Man, we have so many super chats in the house. That's crazy. That is wild. I never thought I would see this. God bless all of you. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to all these coins because I have to dip out in like a little bit. In like 20 minutes or so. Can we look at SEI? Yes, we can look at SEI. Wow. All right, let's mark out some key areas of support and resistance here. Nice. All right, so like locally on SEI, I'd say we've got a nice level right down here. The value area low of this little range support resistance flip around 68 cents. That looks like a nice place to come down to. I think we can, and here's why. Look at how we front ran this 618. I think we could come down a little bit lower here. If we come down a little bit lower here, there's two areas I would be interested in right now on this thing. Area number one is simply come down just a little bit lower, right? To stop out the early longs, dip into that golden pocket. I think that could be a nice area. And if not, I would be very interested in this area down here, 68 cents. We see bullish divergences forming on the 1 hour, which makes me think a local bottom is close. I would like to see a little bit lower here. Right now, golden pocket, I'm sorry, right now, high volume node is resistance at 85.63. So a dip down to 75 cents. And if we get a bounce from there, I would be looking for, if I was trading this thing, I would fire off along if I saw a bounce there with bullish divs. Or I would wait for the 68 cent value area low slash 786. Yeah. Yeah, I have a sock on my head, Thomas. You know. I had the sock. I took it off. I took off the sock. Alright, shout out to my man Nathan Ward. You're 52% down on Myro, and I'm thinking about pulling it. I need a second opinion. Look, I'm not good at telling you what to do, but I can give you some analysis. Honestly, the daily time frame looks like a bottom is very near here. We've bounced from a 786. 4-hour money flow though looks like garbaggio. All right, so where's the key levels on Myro? I would definitely say that 5178 is a key level. If we come down for those lows again, there's a lot of liquidity to be taken there. This 4-hour, by that time, could be looking pretty nice. We could start to see the money flow coming back up and something like this. Yeah, actually, that's the nice level down there. That's a real nice level down there. You know, objectively speaking, we have changed market structure here, but so I'd say this is like bullish in the longer term. If I was gonna get in here, I would want to wait for this. I can't tell you what to do. Like, obviously, you know, every trade you take, you obviously have a plan as to how much you're losing and how much you could potentially lose. So that's up to you. But for me, I would say this. This is in no man's land right here, right? Our next support is 6.206 cents. Our next resistance is 8.294 cents. This is in the middle of nowhere. Let's go to the 1 hour. Man, it's pretty ambiguous. So for me, I don't know. I don't know what would happen here. If I was coming to this chart, I would only be interested in what happens at POC, value area high, and value area low. And other than that, anything could happen in between those areas, right? These are the areas we get sucked up to. These are the areas where we need to make decisions. Right now, we're in no man's land. All right, shout out to my man Alec. Looking at the HBAR. Yeah, we could look at HBAR. Let's take a look at HBAR. All right, so we had a little zone of support, which actually did give us a little bit of a bounce here. But now we're looking to make another low, at least it seems. And 4-hour money flow is coming out here. And so is momentum. So let's go to our 1 hour. So 10 cents is an interesting level for me. Interesting as in it's a support resistance flip, like to retest these little highs that we made here. If we come down to 10 cents with like a bullish divergence here, I would really want to see the money flow getting higher. Then I think we could really start to squeeze back up here. I really do. Just by the way this looks, right? Just by the way this looks. But if not, then, you know, it's a little bit tough here. Let's close everything. Let's remove all our stuff. And let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it simple. Yeah, so 10 cents is interesting to me for a potential bounce here. We are seeing some bullish divergences form. So if the 1 hour money flow starts to come up, a wick down into this area, this could be the nice zone. And if not, I would be interested in what happens if we were to take that low with bullish divergences and then reclaim the level. Not just take the low, but take the low and then reclaim the level. So something like this, right? We come down. We see the bullish divergence, and then we come back up. And then I would look to get in here back to the top of the range at least until higher. Now, if we start to lose if we lose 9 cents, right? I guess, I'm sorry. The first level is like 10.43 cents. We're dealing with such small numbers. And then 9.99 cents. If we lose 9.99 cents, we could get a much deeper retracement here, because this was a very, very fast move up. All right, so we lose 9.99. Then I would be looking down toward, 8.65 cents at the golden pocket support resistance split. But locally, this is what I think we need to be aware of right now. Right, the trend is our friend until the end. So we're starting to form a sideways range. Therefore, we should be looking for longs at the bottom of the range. So right now, 9.99. A loss and reclaim of this would be nice. Also, a dip into the 0.786 support resistance flip. Confluence with bullish divergences on the 1 hour. Money flow and momentum would be kind of nice as well. All right. All right. A huge shout out to my man, Anurag Sharma, Kati. We're going to check out Kati. Shout out to Chris. What's wrong with XRP? Is it broken? Is just the greatest fraud of all time? Look, it'll move eventually, right? But I mean, look, what do we expect from XRP? What do we expect from it? It'll move eventually, don't worry. If you're hodling it, it'll pump eventually. What about AXS? Dot? Polkadot? I don't really have any good setups on Polkadot right now, to be honest with you. I was looking at it. When was I looking at it? Last week. I don't really see anything good on Polkadot right now, to be honest with you. AXS, I'll have to take a look at that in another stream. Kadi, I'll have to take a look at that in another stream as well, guys. But I do appreciate the super chats. I have to head out because I've got some things to do with the family. And look, I know not everybody is religious, but may God bless all of you in Jesus' name. As you can probably tell, I don't take myself seriously, but I do take my walk with the Lord very seriously. Because Jesus gives me purpose and meaning in life, right? Man is in a fallen state, separated from God. But God took on flesh, He died, He rose again, so that if we repent and believe in Him, we can be born again and filled with His Holy Spirit, so that we can have the hope of eternal life and eternal purpose. And that's the most important thing to me. And I know not everybody is religious or believes that, and that's totally cool. But I still pray that the Lord bless you all, protect you all, shine light upon you all, have grace upon you all. And may the Lord turn His face towards you and give you wholeness. And I'll see everybody in the next stream. Peace!